Hello and welcome to our latest Gemini Rogues video. This is continuation of the road to tier 10, and now we're on tier 7, the German Tiger. What's its code name? Is it just Tiger 1?
That's apparently Panzer 6, isn't it?
I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
It's the old Panzer 6.
So let's just call it Tiger 1.
That's easier.
Yes. Anyway, what are you going to tell us about this Tiger?
We're going to go straight in. We're going to obviously start like we've done our way through. So we're going to just see how it plays stock to fully upgrade and how it changes and how it develops.
Yeah, it is the road to tier 10.
Yeah, so first thing first, it's a big upgrade on your VK36.01H at tier 6.
Oh, you're not kidding.
You've straight away, even before it's fully upgraded, you get a whacking great increase of 450 hit points to play with, which is a massive increase from tier 6 to 7. It's a big tank, pretty similar in playstyle to your VK, and to start with you've got all the same guns, so you kind of know the gun handling, you kind of know the reload you've got to play with, and same armour basically. So it's very similar to the 36.8. Only difference is you'll see tier 9s in this, you see tier 8s and that, and you've got that extra 450 hit points to play with.
Has the whole got the same armour throughout the upgrades?
No, well, they all has, yeah, but obviously you can see from the thing, yeah, that's not a Tiger.
Just forget the turret,
baby turret that it's got is technically the turret off the VK. So
it's no wonder it looks small.
Yeah, it's the same turret you've already had. So in that regard, you should know what you're doing really, and how vulnerable it is. It's got a fairly decent gun manlet on it, which deflects fair bit, but you've got to remember now, you're running into T10s and whatever you see at tier 9, so they're not going to struggle to go through you at all. I mean, that's the one drawback of the Tiger as a general overall heavy tank, is it's not overly armoured.
Oh,
even
God,
when you come up against tier 7s, it's not overly armoured. So we're going to look here, your engine's rear mounted as we know. To start with, this thing's pretty slow. You can see here 650 brake horsepower from that Maybach engine. It's not the big Maybach you get later on. The 210 this is, the 230 is the one that gives you extra horsepower, so you're slightly slower stock than you're going to be when you get fully upgraded. So that is one of the options you get as you go through it.
Great.
You can see there it's the same gun we've already had, the VK36. The old
the last gun or the second to last gun?
Now, well, even or depending which one you wanted, because we said before in the VK video it's preferential which one you prefer. Do you want the one with minimum penetration but more alpha damage, or do you want the quicker firing one with more penetration?
Always go quicker, man.
Depends which one you get. You can see here the gun's not going to be kicking out that much damage, so straight away we know when we get into matches. You can see there's a big thing you need to remember in your Tiger. There's your ammo racks. Remember where they were on the sides, because when you shoot one, they're very vulnerable, extremely vulnerable to being ammo racks. Yeah, a Tiger, extremely vulnerable. I mean, the gun. Your gun you get with to start weren't very good at tier 6. Let's be honest. So at tier 7,
tier 8s, it's
going to be a struggle. And we can see that armor. There's not a lot to shout about.
No,
and that don't get any better. There's not. No, even with a bigger turret, it doesn't become an all-down monster. You can still pretty easy pen a Tiger. So see, when you play a Tiger, even at this stage, you've got to remember that you're not some battering ram heavy tank. Even though it's an heavy symbol at the top of the thing, it's not really.
It's not really a Tiger yet,
it's not. Is it? Yeah, it can be a bully in a tier 7 match, but in a tier 9, it's pretty vulnerable, especially with a gun with its penetration abilities and its alpha damage. It's not kicking out great big holes either, but has got impressive fire. Tiger's not to be dismissed.
The funny thing is, whenever I see a Tiger with a small turret, I think, I'm having him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Just because he's not really struggled to do anything, he's not really going to be able to pen you depending on what you're in. So if you're in a medium tank, you can be a British tank.
Well, that's what I just normally think to myself.
Yeah, so we'll look here, we're straight in. 15 rounds a minute we get from this gun. 150 pen, 135 damage, 2.3 aim time, pretty standard for the German guns, and 0.35 accuracy. So it's not exactly shooting wings off a fly as well. Poor signal range and view range at this point. You've not really got your radios upgraded. So 370 meters, I say it's poor, but it does improve from that. But the 310 signal range is not great.
No, it's not.
You can see there that we said already 650 meters, 650 brake horsepower, Maybach engine it back. So white takes so much HE.
Loading HE?
Yeah, no,
why are you loading
I'm removing 10 rounds of HE because I'm not really going to need it. Just chucking some premium ammo in there because I haven't had this tank before. I don't get the notion of getting there. So we're going to look at it quickly there. I take a gun rammer, get my reload down a bit, coated optics because I'm pretty moving around, but I want to be able to see.
Really? Won't you go binos?
No, because I'm always moving. But I use it as a second
sniping,
support
baby,
heavy. I can't play it as. I don't sit that far back that binos are an option. Especially with its camo ratings, I don't feel it's really beneficial to it. It is an option if you want to play it that way, but...
As do see many sniping.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
No.
It's not ideal. I talked through some other stuff while we're just putting some camo on.
Camo.
8 degrees of gun depression, which is pretty livable with.
That's it's
pretty good. 15 degrees elevation, so not great there. Traverse speed on the turret's pretty poor again, 24 degrees.
Don't get much better.
So yeah, it's not brilliant exactly. And like I say, with this engine, it only gives you a power to weight ratio of just over 11. So ills again can be a bit of an issue, but that is a problem that is overcome when you get that bigger engine later on.
Yeah, I mean, if you get circle strafed by something, you'll realise how poor the turret traverse is.
40 kilometres an hour top speed at this point, so it's not overly slow. It just takes a while to get up to it.
I get you.
Yeah, so its top speed isn't bad. It just takes a while for it to reach it. 12 mile an hour backwards or 12 kilometres an hour backwards. So yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah, I've not had many games in my Tiger on my PlayStation. I've only had like 700 or something.
Only. I've had that many to go. This gun does give you a DPM of just over 2,000, so.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But
it's nice.
It's if you can get every single one of them in with that 150mm penetration.
Depends what tier you're in as well.
I mean, this is what I was talking about. In your first game, and normally you get a guaranteed tier 7 match. But obviously, me having this tank gone through it, I've had to go back. So this is fully upgraded. So
you don't get that preferential treatment.
So we could get anything here at this point. But basically, dependent even then, if you get a tier 7 match, a Tiger is not a front battering ram on the tank. Even worse, with this turret on, people know that you're not upgraded. They know you've got a poor gun, and they know you're going to struggle to penetrate them.
They will come for you.
So we have to play it a bit more casually, cagey, and sit backy than we'd normally like to. Doesn't really improve or change your play style when you get the bigger gun. It's kind of can be a flanking heavy, a support heavy, pick shots off and shoot round bigger targets that are taking all the ammo for you, basically.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, in certain match types you can get brilliant matchmaking and end up with just a couple of heavies in tier 7 against you, and then you can just start rinsing.
Top tier, you're doing well, aren't you?
But at this point you can see how slow it is, just that little bit of that mound there near enough ground just to an hole. But we'll see how we're going in this match and what we can get done.
Okay, do you actually do it then?
Yeah, well I'm going to put it in the position where I can fall back if I need to.
Are you supporting heavy then?
Yeah, well I'm going to try and cover a little bit of a flank. We're going to head straight down to the bottom left as we're driving here now. This road straight through, that T28 next to us. Big tank, not going to run into one of them.
Are you going to push him to speed him up a bit?
I can't catch him. It just looks ridiculous with that little turret on the top, doesn't it?
I know, it's a shame. Shame you have to go through this actually. But it gives you like a certain sense of satisfaction when you get your proper Tiger though, doesn't it?
Yeah, when the turret comes on.
Yeah, you think, oh, I've got a Tiger.
Looks the part.
Yeah.
It's the most iconic tank on the game by a long way.
Everyone goes for Tiger, I did.
So, we're going to wait here, see if they push. Normally somebody pushes all the way down that hill and they drive out right into open there and you can get shots into them, but on this occasion no one really wants to play ball. Tiger 2.
Yeah, that corner.
Yeah, so I'm just going to use this crane as a bit of cover and try and get some shots into the side of them as he tries to... somebody spot us from somewhere. Maybe the Tiger 2 itself.
Slow turret here.
We've got a little bit of backup now on his left hand side, so I know that medium's occupied down that street. Getting a bit of speed.
Thought you were good at reverse.
I'm probably just scouting the map at that point to see which. I mean, at this point we're pretty much decimating the team there. We're a Scorpion that spotted us. We're not going to struggle to spot him. He's going to easily pen us. And there's that Fear Factory even of a Tiger. Yeah. But even with a baby turret.
Yeah, look at the reload.
I know the Scorpion's not really going to stand toe to toe with me, but
you wouldn't have got 2 shots in that with big turret.
Yeah. And you'd have done similar damage. That's not the bad thing having this gun, is that you can keep picking away constantly and rapidly, but it's not really noticeable, even on that tank destroyer's health bar, even moving. And you're going to see it here again. We're going to try and take this Tiger 2 to task.
It's like Panther.
Straight into it.
Oh, lovely.
And it's, oh my god, he's looking at us.
Aim for Scapola.
I ain't got time, just get out of the way. So you just fall back. Down.
You're playing very cautiously.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is
how
I play the Tiger when it's not upgraded. I'm not going to go balls in, because if that Tiger 2 comes to face me, I'm even going to struggle to pen his lower plate if he angles it nicely.
I'm surprised they're not comfy.
There's that control we were talking about aiming for. Trying to hit it because we're lower than him.
Yeah,
he's covering it, there's only a sliver at him, it's just auto ricochet. Premium round, still no action. No.
You're spamming gold at Tiger 2 turret, man.
We switch back now, look. That Scorpion's come back for a bit just as we've changed the reload. He's obsessed with us. There's nothing worse than a lower tier tank to get somebody like proper stonker on for it. They don't want to bother about it.
Proper hit points though, man. It's not like you're struggling, you've got loads.
He's pooned by everybody else, but he's
he must get you, he must.
I can shoot him easy. And he's turned his thing away from us. Oh, it's a shame we could have hit a bit further back and took his ammo rack out. If he's not repaired it.
You are harassing him.
And he's obsessed with us again. He's still looking at us. We get another one and he's turned his turret now. Even though he's got an IS-3 behind him, he is still looking at us. And now he's getting poo from all that.
That's 130 damage you're doing to him, man.
And he's decided that's enough now. And there's ammo rack again. Yeah, back attack.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, look at that. VK just got it.
All that hard work as well, hanging around on that corner waiting.
So we've come away pretty much unscathed from that. We took one shot from that Scorpion, we've got 5 back in the stuff. We've got to remember 5 shots with this gun is next to nothing.
It's a very cautious first game for you.
It's just how you've got to play it.
Yeah, no.
You've got to be able to fall back, drop back, and then just pick them shots when you can get them in. You're a stock tank basically at this point. This is the same again. I had to put a crew in this, so I've not got the advantage of being 100% crew, so it's not that. So it is 75% at this point. First game in it.
Doesn't help.
I mean, it's not overly immobile. I can see it once it gets up ahead of steam.
Yeah, it gets going when it does.
And to be fair, we've been helped in this match by the fact that the teams just steamrolled the other opposition. We've not really had much cause for alarm to his left bit. He's behind the building, we dismiss him. He's going to be dead in a minute, he's surrounded. Think about going for him, think, no. There's 2 over there that aren't really occupied by anybody.
You do get shifted eventually. So what else can you tell us about this baby turret, Tiger? Anything we need to know? No, we need to know more?
No, not really. Just, you've played the VK36.
Yeah.
It's not very different. There's not a lot. You've got the same gun you've already had, so you know how the gun works, how it's handling, how it reloads, how it fires, its accuracy. You know everything about it. So there's no great mystery there.
What's the penetration difference between this gun and the proper Tiger gun?
About 50.
50
just
more.
over 50, yeah. Which is not, that doesn't sound too impressive, but it does make a noticeable difference. I mean, that's the problem with the Tiger. It's a good tank, but 200mm penetration.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, don't get me wrong.
It's tier 9, isn't it?
Can't get the size 3 finished off.
He's concentrating on everything.
And you can see this is what the perfect example of this gun when it can really start to show you what it can do, the advantage of it basically.
It lays down some nice pressing fire, doesn't it? Keeps them moving. Do you actually, come on, let's have a look what you're doing then. Do you actually produce? Oh, you got some nice silverish.
Silverish didn't do a lot. 9 shots in. Third man. Some bizarreries. Only 1,000 damage, but just randomly finished
too bad actually.
I don't know how he finished there on the table. That is just a mystery.
Finished too bad at all.
But so we're going to look at this next upgrade now. We're going to chuck it on it, and it's just basically another variant of the same gun. It's what you've already had on the VK. We've still got same everything else basically. There's not much to write home about really.
Is that it then? You're going to slap on the next upgrade?
Yeah, so next upgrade you can see here. You see the bottom one, we're not going to go anywhere near it. You'll never see anybody running that package at the bottom. That is the dirt gun. You never see anybody in the Tiger.
I've never seen
anybody. Just look at it there, look. It's the same dirt gun you get on the Panzer 4H. You've seen it before on various tanks you've got on the German line. 6-4 pen, 350 damage. Pointless.
That's not bad.
Absolutely pointless in a tier 7 heavy tank.
You're not kidding.
So we move on to this. This is the bigger gun again. Nothing's changed, we've still got the same thing, but now we've got a little bit more brake horsepower. You see they were up to 870.
Bit more damage.
Yeah, we've still got the same turret, we've now got a little bit more signal range, but it's not really worth writing on about 100 extra. But this is the gun from the VK36 top package.
Oh, okay.
So the one with less penetration, even less, so we've only got 145 now.
Yeah, okay.
But we've got 220 alpha damage. So we're getting nearer the Tiger alpha damage that we see at 240 you get with a bigger gun. So we know again how this gun works.
Yeah.
And we know again what we can do with it in a fashion. You haven't seen that tier 9 tank before, but
that's true.
So we're going to see how we get on in that. We're on Arctic region, we know now. And we're going to see basically what we can do. You see that straight away. They've always improved.
Yeah, you definitely moving.
220 brake horsepower now is incredibly different tanks. Like sluggish, slow, lumbering tanks. Can a little bit more
moving. Does make a big
to
difference.
See, they were racing off against everything on the team. We're not slow. That's one thing you can do in a Tiger. That's what I said before. You can flank in it. You can make manoeuvres in it. In certain tanks, you're plodding along, and in an heavy tank, you have to pretty much batter and ram your way through. You can't reposition.
You can in this.
Yeah, that's what I say. A Tiger, you can reposition. You can get to spots. Oh, it's not working. You can get back to another one. But Tiger, pretty strong, flexible. Tier 7.
A lot of heavies, you can't do that at all. You're stuck.
Tier 8 match. We've got. Oh, he's. Ooh.
Way up. Ah, you spawned that, didn't you?
We've got to push on there. There's not much point stopping. And again, we've got baby turret and we've got no turret armour, so we can't really stop at top of this mound.
Are you going to the spot?
I don't particularly know at this point where I want it to go, where I will go this manoeuvre I will taking place in, but
you ain't got any backup.
No, that was what we're worrying. That's why I kind of hung around at the top. But I think I'll push this corner. We'll see what we can spot around there. See what's coming up. If we need to get back, we can get back.
You're playing like Scout, aren't you?
Scout
Tiger with baby turret. Very impressive, actually, that Scout Tiger. Yeah. Anyway, go on. Get to the top of this hill.
There we go.
Excuse me.
Spotted a few. Panther. Oh, sneak one into it.
Nice.
Drop back down. No artillery to worry about up here at this point. We've got a medium tank to his right side. Some assisted damage in there, look, as well.
I can't believe you come up here in Tiger.
Each to their own, It is
actually a very good spot.
Yeah. IS tank there. Is he going to pop out? It doesn't look like it.
The thing is, you've stopped him coming around corner now, so your team should actually be backing you up quite nicely, but I can only see him. Is that a medium going around corner?
Oh, trying to just drop back, just you push forward.
Where's the rest of your team got? So
they kind of hung around, and it's right at the back. Oh, it will worth a go. It will worth a go on that T29.
They're not playing typical. They are. They're hanging in the back at the back. Hate it when they don't come forward. So what else are you going to do in your baby Tiger turret?
It seems to be working. There, we've got snap a little shaft T29.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the problem with this big debate at Tier 7, which is a better heavy tank, T29 or the Tiger.
Yeah.
It's for another day. But
make a good video, actually.
You know straight away if you're in a Tiger and you're up against a T29.
Yeah.
First thing I know, he's got a big reload.
Yeah.
He's pushing 10 to 12 seconds depending on equipment, whatever he's running, reload.
Yeah.
I've got vastly faster fire rate.
5.5, I think.
There he is. He's fired. I know now I can probably get 2 to 1. So I'm not worried. But now, there's the strength of the T29. He gets all down straight away. I dismiss him. I know I can't do anything about him.
Ooh, so it bounced off you.
Yeah, it's T29. Should have dropped down earlier. There you saw straight away the pros and cons of both.
Yeah, definitely.
So that he's got an all-down T29. This is what you should do in a Tiger all the time.
Reposition.
Just move away.
Yeah.
You want to sit there all down, sit there all down. I'm not coming anywhere near you.
Yeah. Especially with them lot behind you.
Yeah, if you want to come out, and then I'll fight you.
Yeah.
Don't try and tack on an all-down T29. Reposition.
In your Tiger.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Worth a go before I drop down that bank.
Yeah, reposition.
T's pushed up. We've got a little bit of backup here now. The old T29 on our team as well. T34-1. We get a shot on him. Well, there'd be a chance to get.
Oh, that's close, wasn't it?
Worth a go. You can see that this gun's not brilliant at accuracy or aim time. We've already seen that. We've already used it in the VK. T29's taking a bit of a batter in there.
It's not bad.
There's that T29 again. He just turned his turret in time.
I can't remember what the XP is actually on it because you can't see it on yours, can you? It's just a shame.
I don't think it's a great deal because basically all we're putting on is, I think it's tracks, a bit of radio and the engine.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot you've got to open up. You've already got the gun.
Yeah, it's true.
So we're just trying to tease that in down Panzer. Come on,
it's a nice angle on it. You don't see many.
So we're just racking this assisted up basically at this point. We've got a fair bit of tank destroyers backed up behind us. Keep them lit up. Not going anywhere.
Are you suggesting that you can play Tiger with baby turret like a scout?
Just, you've got to do what you've got to do when you're in this position, just to get XP. That's all we're after. That's all we're doing. We're just after XP. We're not after anything else. Can we get one in there? Finally get one in. Indian Panzer's slowly ripping us to pieces there.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So if I can gain XP, if I can gain XP, any kind of assisted damage, I'll just take it any way I can get it. I just need to get this thing through so I can get that big turret on until it's fully upgraded. all we're trying to do, basically.
The thing is, I kind of agree with you. I got a scout man in my Tiger the other day, which was quite surprising. They don't really use it.
You can see again how much premium ammo you have to use.
With this baby turret.
He's had enough, he's going in. We'll just back you up or he's going to get rinsed.
You find like your quality of games improve when you got bigger turret on.
Yeah,
because it seems like hard work with this baby turret.
I just wish his T29 had backed me up after it comes to help him out and he just kind of buggered off. Left me to it. We've got a tank destroyer behind us now. He's just been killed just as we were going to try and sort him out. T29's ramming his right corner as well. What can we do?
Come on, you got to finish him off, surely.
I'm a one shot if he's got his big gun on there and he rolls nicely. It's a gamble.
Oh, you're quite close, so he probably will hit you from that range.
He's getting rinsed by somebody else. I'm basically waiting for him to fire it at this point, but he's decided he's going to come for me instead. And we bounce it.
Ooh.
All that just gets wiped out. We got some assistance for it as well anyway. Yeah, Panther 2. Again, we're going to struggle to pen him.
Yeah, I won't get
unless
too
his side is on.
Won't get too close to it. Oh, his side wasn't.
He's running off.
Oh, he's getting a rinse.
He's on the left, so I think we're pretty much done now. There's not much else we can do at this point.
No, you survived, you got a kill. Got some shots. Like you say, you've got to get your XP while you can, haven't you? Are you joking?
You knew it was going to happen.
We didn't even get a penetrating shot for that.
Just got killed before we got there.
Like milliseconds.
You can see how we hang around on the periphery of the battle.
Yeah,
we never get fully fledged in there. We just do what we can. You end up with that kind of...
No, there's no wrong with that.
1500 assistance, not bad. Blocked 825.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
And third again. We can live with that.
You got some XP, got some silver.
So that's the first couple of packages. So we're not going to run the dirt with one because it's pointless. You never need to use it. You don't need to go through it to get to the next upgrade. It's just dangling down there on bottom for no man to ever use. So next one we're going to look at, next video, we're going to run 2 videos of the fully upgraded package.
Ooh, okay.
And we're going to go more in depth on the Tiger tactic, how to play it and what works best in it.
Okay, so when you got the fully upgraded Tiger, say, when you get it, is it... Oh, Tiger 2's next, isn't it? Now when you get your Tiger 2, do you feel like you've achieved something that's much better, or do you think, Tiger 1's better?
Well, Tiger 2 is obviously a better tank because it's a tier up. But as in sitting in its tier, I think the Tiger is pound for pound a better tier 7 heavy tank than the Tiger 2 is a tier 8 heavy tank.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But then you get the E75.
That's
that's just vastly
the thing is, that works again because the E100 isn't as good as the E75. No. Anyway, let's not talk about it because that's not actually this video, is it? So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, people, for the next one, and that will be fully upgraded Tiger. Laters.